Hello, this is another short video on configuring Rollout to manage OpenSSH authorized_keys file. In an earlier video, I created a user called test_user using Rollout. For this video, we'll use root's public key and add it to the test_user's authorized_keys file. On rollout-serve, which is the Rollout server, the directory we installed Rollout into is /data/rollout. In the Rollout directory, there is a directory called conf. And inside of the conf directory, you can see the authorized_keys file. So we currently have a blank authorized_keys file for the Rollout configuration. At the end of an OpenSSH public key, there is almost always a comment field, which is a third field. This comment field is, in essence, the identifier of this specific key when using Rollout, and is used to determine which public key is installed into a specific user's authorized_keys file. In short, the comment field is required, and the comment needs to be unique. We now need to add the public key for root into the conf/authorized_keys file. And here we have successfully catted root's public key and redirected that output into the authorized_keys file. And there we have it, confirmed. This key here is, or the comment there, is what we will be putting and configuring into the rollout.cfg. Now that we have root's SSH public key into the right file, we need to determine which syntax is required. We can always do that for any step by running rollout with the -H flag. The -H flag tells Rollout to display the Perl pod or plain old documentation that is built into each step. We can determine which steps we may need by looking inside of the steps directory. And here we have 060-SSH_keys. That is the step that we want. So on the client, we can run rollout -H SSH_keys. As you may be able to determine, there are three different ways to apply SSH_keys. The first method we see is inside of the user step. So we have a class, we have a step, it's the user step, and we have a user called dparish, and we want dparish to get the SSH keys with the comment of dparish. The second method is adding the specified keys to the root user's authorized keys. So this usage of SSH keys will automatically associate these SSH keys with the root account. The third method adds specified keys to a specific user. This is the syntax for the third method. Here we're adding SSH keys to the cdonovan user with cdonovan at desktop and cdonovan at server in the comment fields. Now that we know the syntax, we will need to modify the main configuration file, and that file again is /data/rollout/rollout.cfg on the server. So we go down to our test user where we set it up before. And here we're just going to add SSH_keys. That was not the right key. Checking the authorized keys file again. And there we have configured root at rollout-srv's SSH key will be installed into the test user's authorized keys file. I can exit out of that and save it. So now we need to run rollout on the client, rollout-clt. We want to do it in safe mode first, and we just want to run the SSH_keys step. So as we can see, the SSH keys step ran. It says it needs to install authorized keys from text, which is the conf/authorized keys on the server. It's then going to change the attributes of the authorized keys file to be owned by the user and by its primary group, and giving it a mode of 644. So now this time, if we run rollout again without the -s flag, we'll see it's now populated that authorized keys file for the test user. So since we added the SSH key for root on the rollout-srv, we can now, or should be able to, SSH as the test user to rollout-clt, which is the client. And there we go. Again, we see the hostname. So we have now successfully configured test user's SSH authorized_keys file using rollout. If you have a release process that utilizes SSH keys for deploying software or automated processes, rollout can manage the SSH keys for you. I typically use this method for allowing multiple accounts to log in as root, if I allow root access remotely. Thanks for watching.